Welcome back to DONSLIFE. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining today. Today's video is a little bit sad because, that's right, I damaged my AT4. Don't worry, I'll explain. Let's go. So earlier today we got home from the lake, and one thing I like to do is I like to power wash all of the bugs off of the vehicle. We had Mrs. DONSLIFE's Escalade, and you can see there's bug remnants, if you could call it that, down on the ground. And we got most of them off, but I still got to hand wash it. But last weekend I had my truck out there and I hadn't got all the bugs off of it, so I wanted to power wash the front of it too. Again, I still got to do it by hand, but here's where the damage came in. So here's the power washer I was using. I absolutely love this thing. And normally I'll use this 40-degree angle tip. This is really nice because you're not going to damage most surfaces as long as you keep the pressure at about 2000 or less. So I had the pressure at 2000 and I put this tip on. But if you're not careful, what happens sometimes if it's not seated properly, as soon as you turn the power washer on, this goes flying. And that's what happened. It went flying and landed underneath my daughter's car. So I said, that's okay. I'll just use the 25-degree tip and I'll just be careful. So that's what I started doing. But then I was washing Mrs. DONSLIFE's floor mats and I wanted a little more power and a little more concentration in a focused area. So I turned the pressure up with this tip and it did a really good job getting them clean. If you see here, you know, they look pretty good for just a quick clean. They're just drying off right now. And then I washed Mrs. DONSLIFE's vehicle and then I went and washed mine. And here's where the damage took place. So I was just pressure washing, keeping a good distance, probably like this. Again, with this tip here, normally I'd use the white one, which is a 40-degree, this is a 25. And here we go, we slice the vinyl. So the paint underneath is fine, that's not what I was worried about, but the vinyl was sliced. So this is actually full of water right here. You can see there's a big bubble there. So I could take this off, find a line somewhere and put a patch there, but it's almost guaranteed that it's going to be faded. So I haven't decided yet, but when I go to patch that, if it's not a close enough match and I'm not happy with the seam, then the wrap's got to come off. So maybe it's time. I know I talked about it before that this wrap will eventually come off. And every time that I think it's time to take it off, I have somebody say that the green looks so good, like people that I see in public when I'm getting gas or whatever. And you know, it's been holding me back from going back to the white. I still love the white and the black theme, but now maybe it's time. So I guess we'll see pretty soon. Now that I'm feeling down a little bit about the AT4 situation, I think we need to make this video a little more positive. Also about the AT4, we are going to unbox the new screen for the infotainment system on this video, so you can at least see what we're going to be installing in the very near future. So let's start with opening it up. Look at that. My dash is going to look like that. So this is it here. So when I decided to partner with AUCAR, which is this brand, I noticed that there was another brand that was also coming to market, and you're probably going to see the market getting flooded with these. So I asked them, what's the difference between yours and one of the other ones I saw in the market, and shared a link with them. And they said, actually, that company, I'm not going to name it on this video, they're actually a distributor for this company. So just keep that in mind when you see the market start to get flooded with multiple options with this. There's a good chance that they are made in the same facility, then they find a distributor, and then in some cases they even rebrand them. But that's okay, we got one and we are going to open it up and take a closer look. Now I'm going to go through all of this in the main video when we do the install. It's got some weight to it. Look at that, we still got knob controls for the volume. We got 2 power buttons, so that's interesting. We'll figure out what that does. We have our climate controls, and then we're still going to have some of our functions show up here, and we'll have all of our switches show up here. Now this is supposed to be completely plug and play, no cutting, no splicing, and you get to retain all of your factory controls as well as the factory menu is just a button press away, and you can get to everything that you know the way that it is in the vehicle right now. And by the way, I'm just as excited about this install and curious as you are. Now, you probably noticed a lot of boxes on the table. That's because we have a lot of projects on the go. On a whim, I decided to participate in Amazon Prime Days, and I ordered the cheapest hexagon garage lighting that I could find. I ordered 2 small sets that we're gonna put up here in the DONSLIFE garage because I always want more light when I'm doing wraps and projects like that. So whether I attach them to the wall or the ceiling, I'm really not sure at this point, but I bought 2 of the cheapest ones I could find. So we'll be doing an install on these. And if I hate them and they're not that good, well, I can send them back, or I could just use them as accent lighting in other areas or put them in the basement in the storage room. So that's gonna be coming up soon as well. And the wrap also came in for the C8, so we got the tubes here. I'm really excited for this product. Unfortunately, it came a little longer than I had expected, and I'm only 4 days away from going on a car rally, which isn't gonna give us enough time to do a proper quality wrap job on the C8. So I'm gonna do it after the rally. In the meantime, though, we do have some parts to put on the car. We have some parts from Paragon Performance. I ordered these, and we also have some more carbon fiber, and we also have some more carbon fiber on the way that should get here Monday or Tuesday just before the rally. So I'm hoping you guys tune into that rally. It's a good behind the scenes take of what a car rally can be like, so I hope that you join us. I'll probably vlog for each of the 3 days that that rally is taking place, and Mrs. DONSLIFE will be with me too, so it should be comical at a minimum. So if you feel bad for the AT4 having the wrap pierced by the power washer, hit that like button. If you're excited about the upcoming unboxing and installation, and eventually a review of the new large screen for the AT4, again, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you next time.